We have just gone through the short questions which were being asked in January 2013 and the numericals which were asked in the exam. Let us just go through the questions which are being asked in brief. Today, with the solutions of this question, we will also try to learn that how many percentage or what is the proportion of writing in your question paper. Actually, we will just know about it. Let us start with the first question which was asked in this last exam of January 2013. The first question which was asked was explain in detail ND-YAG laser. This is the question which is being asked in the examination. Explain in detail ND-YAG laser. To write this question, you have to explain the main points with it. Let us go or let us start. What should be it? On this paper you can see that ND-YAG laser. Here ND-YAG laser, you have to start it with YAG. ND means neodymium and YAG, that is yttrium aluminum garnet, Y3 Al5 O12. These are the three basic components which are needed for the production of laser. ND-YAG laser is a type of laser through which or type of method through which you can generate laser, that is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. To obtain the stimulated emission, you can see that there are three important components needed. First is active medium, second is resonator cavity, and the third one is optical pumping. While writing, you have to just describe these three components. The first is active medium. The example is ND-YAG. ND means neodymium and YAG means yttrium aluminum garnet, that is Y3 Al5 O12. In this YAG, a doping of neodymium is done through which you can obtain laser. We need an active medium, resonator cavity and optical pumping. To describe this, if this question is asked in 5 to 6 marks, you have to just define these three components and then draw the diagram for ND-YAG laser which are needed. The first diagram of ND-YAG laser that is the simple diagram of ND-YAG laser, and the second one is energy level diagram. And with this diagram you have to just explain the construction and working of that system through which laser is generated. By defining this active medium, resonator cavity and optical medium, you can just write the proper answer. Let us go through the active medium. Here the active, if we want to define the active medium, neodymium is the neodymium yttrium aluminum garnet, in which YAG yttrium aluminum garnet doping of neodymium is done, and this whole ND-YAG behaves as the optical medium. Second is the resonator cavity. Resonator cavity is not only useful for amplification, but it is also necessary to generate stimulated emission through which laser is generated. Now The third thing is optical pumping, and optical pumping is the method through which you can excite the atoms or ions inside that active medium. So these are the three components. Now let us go towards the diagram. You have to just draw the diagram first of all, and then explain its construction. First of all, let us see the diagram in it. You can see here the diagram of Nd:YAG laser. While writing this question, you have to draw this diagram. Here you can see that there is an elliptical cavity inside which there is a single rod, which is Nd:YAG rod. That is, YAG is doped with neodymium ions, Nd3+ ions. So you have to draw the diagram and just explain in this manner. This YAG rod is placed inside, Nd:YAG rod is placed inside this elliptical cavity with a flash tube. This flash tube is working as a pumping medium. The pumping or excitations of ions or neodymium ion is done with the flash tube. This flash tube is actually the optical pumping or the optical pumping source. M1 and M2 are the optical resonators. That means the first component is active medium, the second component is the reflectors, that is one reflector is 100% reflection, and the second is partial reflector. That means in some amount it will reflect the photons and in some amount it will let to pass the photons through it. That is, you can see that in the next direction you can see the laser which is being generated through stimulated emission. When you are giving the power supply, you are connecting the power supply with the flash tube in which elliptical cavity Nd:YAG laser is placed between the optical resonators, that are the actually mirrors. One is totally reflective and another is partially reflective. So in this manner you have to just explain the construction of Nd:YAG laser. First of all, you should draw the diagram, name it properly, and then explain the construction as how this system is joined. And then you have to just explain how it works. After that, you have to draw an energy level diagram. See, there is an energy level diagram drawn. You should start right with a working, a next section. First one is the main components in your question, in your answer. To answer the question, you should write the components, define that components, then diagram is needed. This question can be asked in 5 marks. Now here you can see that there is an energy level. This is the ground level which can be represented by E0. This is the upper level E3, E4, and this E2 and E1 represents the metastable state. This is the higher energy states or excited states. This is the ground state. This is the metastable state. We know that in metastable state the ions or electrons, the lifetime of them are long in comparison to higher energy states. So when a wavelength of 0.73 micrometer or 0.80 micrometer is absorbed by ion or neodymium ion, it just travels from lower energy state to higher energy state. That means while applying energy through optical pumping or applying the power supply, the neodymium ions, that is Nd3+ ion, travels from lower energy level to higher energy levels, and this process is continuous. The process of excitation of this ion is continuous. That means you are applying the energy and of some particular wavelength and they are traveling towards the higher energy level. Then you have to write that ions are traveling back with a non-radiative transitions towards the lower energy level. Due to the excitations are continuous, these ions may travel to this metastable state, that is E2, and we know that during the metastable state the lifetime in metastable state is very long. Then during this transition, that is from E2 to E1, when ion travels from E2 to E1, it generates the photons of 1.064 micrometer, which is the stimulated type of emission. That means when another photons of due to continuous excitation just applied on it, and due to the stimulated emission, laser is generated when the transition in metastable state takes place. So by explaining this energy level diagram, drawing it perfectly, you can explain the working. Drawing the diagram of the system, you can explain the construction perfectly, and drawing the and writing the definition of components, you can answer the whole ND-arc laser. That means the definition of components in the answer, the diagram of the system of the active medium, pumping source, and energy level diagram is needed. And to explain the working and construction is necessary if it is asked in 5 to 6 marks. Let us move towards the next question, ultrasonics. Ultrasonic flow detector. This question is frequently asked in the exam. This is the topic of NDT. Ultrasonic flow detection is a technique through which we can test the material. This is the question which can be asked in 4 to 5 marks, in which a particular diagram is to be drawn, and with their limitation and its advantages it should be explained. First of all, you should draw the diagram perfectly and name it properly. Ultrasonic flow detector is now the topic of ultrasonic. It is actually the application of ultrasonic waves. While applying ultrasonic waves, you can not only detect the material but also know the size and types of defect inside the material. In ultrasonic, this section of ultrasonic, let us see the diagram first of all. You can see here the diagram of ultrasonic flow detector. You need to draw this diagram first of all inside your answer paper. While answering the question of ultrasonic flow detector, I repeat, ultrasonic flow detector, it is also known as through transmission system. Here you can see that this is the test specimen. The question arises in your mind, which type of test specimen? Suppose it could be metal also, it could be non-metal also, and in the same manner it could be any polymer product, or it could be of any polymer type or rubber type. Metal, non-metal and rubber types can be tested with the help of ultrasonic flow detector. Here this piece represents the specimen which is to be tested with the help of ultrasonic flow detector. Here this small circle is a type of defect inside the material. With that, here you can see the two small triangles. Actually they are the true transducers which converts one form of energy into the another. That means when alternating voltages are applied through the pulse generator, and when it is applied to this transmitter, this electrical signal is converted into ultrasonic waves, and that ultrasonic waves are passing through this material, or passing inside this material, passing through this material or test specimen. When that waves are passing through this material, it will travel to the bottom and reflect back. When it is reflected back, it is received by another transducer on the this another transducer is called receiver. This receiver receives the ultrasonic waves and converts it into the electrical signal. This electrical signal is sent to the amplifier, through which it is fed to CRO, that is CRT, cathode ray tube. Here you can see that with this CRT, a time-based circuit is joined. That means the transmitted pulse and the received pulse, the time interval between both of them is just defined with the help of this time-based circuit. You can see here the pulse in the CRT screen, cathode ray tube. That is, the first pulse is transmitted pulse. The second pulse is echo from B, that is bottom. You can see here B, bottom. When ultrasonic waves are passing through it, it just reflects from the bottom B and passes and received by the receiver. That means it is echo from B. This pulse represents the echo from B. This represents the transmitted pulse. Now suppose if there is an obstacle in the form of defect or crack, the ultrasonic wave will fall on that obstacle or defect and it will revert back